And so why did you decide to found the African Transformation Movement, and how did you found it?
Actually, the party was founded by a council of Messianic churches. The Messianic churches are the churches that are African indigenous churches. Those are the churches that understand God in the context of who we are as indigenous Africans. So these parties had a view that they are not included in the decision making of the country, whereas they have a lot of members. I'll talk about one. TACC has got close to 6.8 million members in the country, but however, when it comes to decision making, there's no consultation. So these churches got together, they formed this Council of Messianic Churches. From the Messianic churches, an idea was born that let there be a political party that will represent the interest of the Messianic churches at first, and later on through the consultation with royal houses and community organizations. The view was that the country does not need another Christian party. It just needs a party that is interested in the affairs of the people, not confined to one certain constituency. So how I got involved, the council leaders tasked me to do the registration, draw up some of the documents at first, and then from there the role grew up until I was appointed to be president.
Okay, and so I want to ask, there was a lot of controversy surrounding your founding, especially in the media, and I think it's important to ask, especially given the amount of stories that have been written about the ATM and where some of its support might lie. Did the ATM receive any money or support from the Guptas or Jacob Zuma in its founding? And if not, why has there been such a stir in the media around this point?
The ATM did not receive a cent from either Mr. Zuma, the Guptas, Ishmael, or anyone from the ANC. The ATM, look, the churches themselves, they are used to fundraising for their own activities. I remember when the party needed to be registered, I personally paid for the registration fee for it to be registered with the IEC. When the party had to register for the national elections, the party went to the churches and requested members of those churches to donate. From those donations, that's how we were able to register for the elections, get funding for the campaign material, etc. So the issue with our politics in our country is that whenever a party comes up, they'll always try to smear that party, to create a bad perception about that party. Unfortunately for us, we're not coming from a background whereby it's people leaving one party to form another party. This is the first political party I'm part of. So you can't say I was corrupt as a mayor or a minister. You can't say, I did something wrong in leadership, because this is the first time I've been in public leadership. So that's what they did, which is baseless allegations which have not been founded. You'll recall that ATM was formed in 2018. We're now in 2022 towards the end. Now, there's no even one single form of evidence that a media house can say, you were funded by the Guptas, here's the proof. It's only wild allegations, and that is what is unfortunate with our media. They hold so much power in the sense that they can destroy your credibility, and because we are powerless, we do not have the money to challenge them. Sometimes the fight is not worth it. And even if a person goes to the press ombuds, the retraction of a story is just a small retraction in the third or fourth page, whereas the headline, which was on the front page, was the one that killed you. So that is what is wrong with the manner in which the media operates. The media is too powerful, hence it is destroying people's reputations in our country.
And why has the media given the African Transformation Movement such a hard time then?
If you can check how the country is somewhat structured, you find that the people that have a dominant interest in dominant position in the economy, they own the media houses, they own retail companies, so they own the economy basically. Now when the ATM came out, and we came out with one main principle, that we do not want to be funded like other political parties, because when you are funded like other political parties, you remain captured, you remain, or you serve, or you operate as a party at the behest of your funder. If, for example, you are funded by someone who's got interest in banks, there's no way in which you can advocate for a state bank. If you are funded by a person that is owning large share in the industries of our country, there's no way you'll advocate for the transformation of the economy. So we saw that majority of the parties are actually funded by the very same people, and when they get into parliament, they do not advocate and push for transformed legislation. They just enjoy being members of parliament. So we said we are genuine in wanting to make changes in our country, and for that to happen, let us not make the mistake made by other parties by being in the pockets of funders.